Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children. We welcome to our online learning initiative Ekalaiva. Today we are going to discuss about anti-colonial movements in Africa. First, colonization of Africa. The African coastline had been explored in the 16th century and a few European settlements had come about. But the interior of Africa was unknown to the outside world until the last quarter of the 19th century. So, European colonization began after about 1875. The Berlin Colonial Conference, it was held from 1884 to 85. It resolved that Africa should be divided into spheres of influence of various colonial powers. So the war between the British and the Boers in South Africa was in defiance of this resolution. Now Boer Wars. So Boer were group of people and they were also called Afrikaners. The relations between Natal and Cape Colony, these two were British colonies of Natal and Cape Colony, and the two independent Boer states of the Transvaal and the Orange Free State had long been unfriendly. They were not friendly. They had many conflicts among them. And the discovery of gold in Transvaal in the year 1886, it led to large number of British miners to settle near the place called Johannesburg. But this Boers, they hated these people and they called them as foreigners. The Boers, they taxed heavily and even they denied some political rights also to these people. So the question was whether the British or the Boers were to be the supreme power in Africa, in South Africa. These Boers, they were afraid of the Britishers. So fearing attacks from the British, the Boers, they protected themselves, they armed themselves and started to attack them. The Boer War, it lasted for 3 years from 1899 to 1902. So initially the Boers were successful, but by the first half of 1900, the Boer army was defeated and a place called Pretoria was occupied. So the Boers, they took guerrilla fighting and all. So this guerrilla fighting, these Boers, they used to protect themselves from the enemies. So this continued for about 2 years. But this the Britishers, what they did know, they destroyed their farms and crops of the Boers, and they set up camps for Boer women and children where there was shortage of food, no proper sanitary facilities, no proper medical facilities, and many to more than 26,000 people were killed in the it leads to death because of the lack of the basic needs. 26,000 people, they lost their lives, and the British annexed the two Boer states. Boers were, however, promised to self-government in meantime. In 1907, full responsible government was given to the two states, that is Transvaal and the Orange Free States. Now the four states formed into an union, and the South Africa Act was passed by the British Parliament in 1909, provided for a union parliament at Cape Town. So the Union of South Africa came to being in May 1910. And nationalist politics in South America, there were two main political parties. One was the Unionist Party, and other one was the South Africa Party. And this the Unionist Party, which was mainly British, and the South Africa Party, which had largely Afrikaners. Afrikaners was otherwise called Boers. So the first prime minister, his name was Botha. He belonged to the South Africa party and he was ruling with the support of Britishers. Britishers were supporting them. So he was ruled in cooperation. He ruled South Africa in cooperation with the British. But a militant section of the South Africa party, they remained under the leadership of Herzog, and he wanted a twin policy of one was supremacy of whites over blacks, and another one Afrikaners over British. So this was called twin policy, and this was demanded by the Herzog. And in 1920, elections were held. In that, the National Party gained 44 seats, where the South African Party it gained 41 seats. So, at this point, the Britishers dominated the Unionist Party, merged with the South African Party. So, this gave Smuts, Smuts also a group of people, a majority over the militant Afrikaners controlled National Party. Now racist policy against the blacks. So the Afrikaners they pursued a harsher racist policy towards the blacks and also towards the minority Indians. So in 1923 an act was passed to confine the native residents to certain parts of towns. So already there was an act which was passed in 1913, and through which it segregated blacks and the white farmers, and which made for the black farmers they were it was impossible for them to acquire land in most parts of the country. So in 1994 elections were won by the National Party, and in that most of the members were white people, that is minors. And the act passed in 1924 it prevented blacks from they should not involve in any strikes or they should not form any trade unions also. So in the Cape province even the voting right to blacks was abolished, and this native blacks they suffered in all the spheres like social, economic and politics. Apartheid in South Africa. Apartheid, the word apartheid means a separateness. The word apartheid means a separateness, and it became the racial policy. So, depending upon the race, the people were dominated and exploited. Mostly, these black people were exploited by the white people. So, apartheid means the word apartheid means separateness. From 1950 onwards, a series of laws came to be enforced. And the African National Congress, ANC, it was founded in 1912. And the main motive of this ANC is they fought against the practice of racism, and they were fighting on the behalf of the black people. And but this ANC it was banned, and its leader Nelson Mandela was put behind bars. He was imprisoned, and for his imprisonment there was lot of pressure at the global level, and which helped to end the racist regime in South Africa. So in 1990 the ban on ANC was lifted, and Mandela was freed after 27 years. So he spent 27 years for the upliftment of the black people in South Africa. So, in the subsequent elections held, Africans were allowed to vote, and the ANC won the election, and Nelson Mandela became the first black president of South Africa. So, even though this apartheid policy was dismantled, the whites completely dominate the economic sphere. Okay, children, we discussed about the colonialization in Africa, and tomorrow we will discuss about South America. Thank you, children.